Hello and welcome to another update video about Marathon Holdings. It's a chart, one of these minor charts. They are quite tricky, especially the movement from the December 22 low to the current highs. Extremely choppy, extremely difficult movement, nothing impulsive. So nothing really that is easy to trade, and also nothing that is easy to analyze, because whenever we're dealing with these overlapping possible diagonal or corrective structures and we don't have an impulse, it is just not easy. Okay, I know a lot of people are requesting Mara, but just please be aware that this could easily be a corrective rally and we break down. I have a support area. Preferred scenario is that in line with Bitcoin we should go higher, and these charts are of course very volatile, not only Mara but many other crypto miners. But again, you know, they're not for long-term investment. You really have to watch these charts like a hawk. And I have to warn you, they undergo frequent wave count changes. They do. That just has to do with the situation that the structure from the December 22 low is not impulsive. It's moving in corrective structures. You see all these overlaps here. And it's just worth knowing about that. So first of all, the main thesis is that, I mean, you can't really analyze anything before 2020, but after that we have a three-wave rally. This is a three-wave rally into this high. So in the main thesis we have an ABC structure, ABC, which topped here at this A wave high in 2021 in an ABC structure, then an ABC to the downside. Actually, let me just change the wave degree here. 1 second. Yeah. Then an ABC structure to the downside in a B wave. We had an overshooting B wave here in November 2021. That's pretty much in line with Bitcoin. And then C wave down in 5 waves. So that gives us an AB structure. Why not 1, 2? It might be, but this is a 3-wave rally. So I'd rather consider this a large ABC. And if it eventually turns more bullish, fair enough. But that C wave has plenty of space anyway. Okay, so there's no need. And I'd rather keep this as an ABC to avoid any unrealistic moon targets, because yeah, these charts have a difficult business model, or these businesses, okay? And the charts simply reflect that. Now, if we then look at this chart objectively, we can say, okay, if we have an AB structure, then a C wave rally to the upside could have started to unfold. It looks like this here is some kind of a diagonal. I mean, from a bullish point of view, it can't be an impulse. Now, if it's a diagonal, then what we see here in white, this 5-wave pattern, which is still unfolding, right? So we're currently apparently in a 4th wave pullback possibly there. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, one more high. Now, that might not be high enough to complete a C wave really, because that C wave should go above A, way above A. But it might be just the first wave of a C wave. Yeah, but that's sort of something for the future. Then we get a wave 2 pullback anyway. Then we can talk about a 3rd wave rally, if we are then still in a crypto bull market, because without a doubt, these minor charts depend on that to a degree. Okay, so we have a bullish count. We also have a bearish count, which becomes much more likely below these invalidation points. First one is $5.20. Next one is $3.10 pretty much. In the bearish count, because we have 5 waves down, we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be an A wave down. This here is a B wave corrective rally. A, B, C. We might have topped there and we break down now. Okay. But this is something that I would really only consider as primary below $10.70. And even then it needs to prove itself by breaking below the first invalidation point for the bullish count. So yeah, it could be that we're bearish. That might still be overall bullish, but we could see really a substantial crash. This doesn't look that much on this chart, but it actually would mean a crash from $20 possibly to around about $2.80, $1.15. Okay. So it's really on thin ice, this, I mean, very unstable, chaotic, erratic price movements. Looking at the 4-hour chart, let's consider the bull case. Here we have a wave 1 that topped in January 23, wave 2 pullback, bottomed in March 23. This seems like an ABC structure. Okay, A wave in 3 waves, clearly. B wave pullback in 3 waves. C wave can be considered 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 3 waves up. Okay, and this here could be a 4th wave pullback. What I have to say, due to the chaotic price action and the overlapping price action, there will be other interpretations that are valid, and it would go beyond the scope of this video to tell you all of them. For example, I could say maybe the wave 1 topped here, maybe this is the 2, okay, but then this is an A, B, and the 3 would be next. We have to decide that along the way. There are many options. That's why I keep it, we have to give it a bit of space, and the invalidation point is down there. That would also, if this is a 1-2, then we would have another invalidation point here at around $7. So obviously taking out these swing lows will increase probabilities for the bearish case. But at the moment we have to see, first of all, and that's what we can deal with right now with that question, is the support area, that's this one, is it holding? Could we have completed this 5th wave, the 4th wave? So that means we have 3 waves up in my main interpretation into the February high. And if we go to the 1 hour chart, looking at the micro patterns, there are, my interpretation would be that this seems like a WXY structure. If this correction is still unfolding, then this looks like a WXY, in which we are now in the Y wave, and the price in that Y wave should stay below $24.60. This X wave high, okay? Breaking above it in wave B will trigger something different. For example, the yellow count that we'll get to in a minute. But for now, if this indeed is a B wave rally, then standard resistance is now on the chart. It's between $18.85 and $22. At the moment, we have a 3 wave rally. This is not 5 waves yet. So it could easily fail here after 3 waves. This looks like a 3 wave move to me in a B wave. But if one more high could be 5 waves, it would be a first indication that we've already bottomed in wave 4. It could also just be the A wave of a larger B wave. So in the yellow count, we might be dealing with this A, B, C. That means what I would probably first observe and consider, if we break above this resistance and break above the X wave high, is this just a large B wave? And we can still come down in wave C. So that's sort of the mess we're dealing with. So, but even if we have a more extended ABC structure, this is the support area for the main thesis that we are in a 4th wave. It's between $10.70 and $16.69. Problem is, this 4th wave is technically valid until we break below the red line there. Okay, so there's plenty of space. This is just an ideal support region. So until we see really the next impulse to the upside, we are still caught in this correction. Yep, could be finished. Absolutely. It would be maybe a somewhat shallow wave 4. Actually, it would be okay. Yeah, actually, it would be okay. It would look better now with one more leg down in wave C in the white count. Then we have a nice WXY structure. But yeah, I mean, this is the standard support zone for a 4th wave. And a break above the X wave high at around about $24.70 would increase probabilities we're going up. But then it could still be a high B wave. So there's always that risk, right? Tells you a lot about, okay, trading the levels, maybe buying carefully in support, selling in resistance. These are really only for swing trading, these charts. They are not for long-term investments. You cannot look at a chart like that with an Elliott wave count, come back in a month and be surprised it changed. It doesn't work. The levels change as on every chart. These are just very dynamic, these minor charts. That's best I can do with regards to Mara. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then feel free to check out the stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.